Good evening and welcome to live coverage of the Dritte Liga. It's match day 36 and we're at the Bremer Brücke to check out the newly crowned champions of the league, Osnabrück, at home to Hansa Rostock. So should hopefully be an interesting start to the weekend in the Dritte Liga, as we see Daniel Thioun leading his champions out for this match. They clinched the championship last week and they'll be hoping to celebrate in front of their home fans. However, Jens Hertel there, the Hansa Rostock coach, will be hoping to throw a spanner in the works and cement fifth spot for his side. So Osnabrück then have been, by far, in my opinion, the best team in the Dritte Liga, deserved champions, and they're playing their strongest outfield team with the likes of Geert, Alvarez, Uahima and Haider in attack. But they've made a change in goal with Kuhn coming in. Daniel Thioun using more of his great man management to give the second choice goalkeeper a couple of run outs, I would think, coming towards the end of this season. And Hansa Rostock also playing a very strong side as well, with their centre-back Husing in there, as well as Öztürk and Amauri in midfield, with Suku, Brian, Biancardi up front. And there could be fireworks in this game, as the pressure probably more on Hansa Rostock. They've got a couple of teams in behind them that will be looking to take that fifth spot off them coming towards the end of the season. But as I said, Osnabrück can just enjoy this one, celebrating the championship in front of their fans. And they'll also be hoping, though, to keep up their great winning run. They've won their last 7, incredibly. As away we go then. So Hansa Rostock with the kickoff, and they're looking to get on with a quick start to this match. Alschwede with the throw in here, looking to go directly on the attack, as this is Suku with his first little bit of trickery. And it's forced the corner already after only 30 seconds. Good start from the away side, looking to catch Osnabrück cold here, who have the best defence in this league by a long, long way. Also the third best attack, and they've got the best home record too. They won't want to ruin that, as it is Amaury Bischoff who goes across to take the corner. It's an outswinger and it's cleared at the near post. And then there's a bit of a skewed pass back towards the taker of the corner there. And that just relieves the pressure for Osnabrück in this opening minute. So they clinched the championship, Osnabrück, by beating Cottbus away last week 2-1, with Haider and Geert on the score sheet. But they're going to have to make do without the likes of Engel, Dercho, Halbrock and Riemann. Engel especially, they're being shocked by the diagnosis that he's got a broken leg. Big miss for them. As for Hansa Rostock, well, they'll be hoping for a bit of a better result than in the reverse fixture in Rostock, which ended 1-1 with Haider and Husing on the score sheet. And they're on a decent run themselves, only one loss in their last 10. And last week they drew 0-0 with Sportfreunde Lotte. Disappointing that they couldn't win that match there, as they've got Zander out for the rest of the season. Hildebrandt, the youngster, is suspended. And are we hoping that results don't go against them? They could slip down the table. As I said, they've had a flu virus as well in the camp during the week. But it seems as though Jens Hertel has been able to name just about the strongest team, I would say, as they've got off to a combative start here against the champions, not being overawed at all. They're playing the best team in the league. And above Hansa Rostock there is an almighty battle going on for promotion. the meantime, let's focus on this game here. As there's a good deep cross coming in here. Dini looking to nod it down, and then the first shot of the game coming in there from Alvarez. The top scorer for Osnabrück, stuck on 11 goals. Looking to curl that one towards the top corner, just leaning back though. Maybe getting a little bit excited in front of a sellout crowd here, celebrating the champions. As Gilios will get us on with the game here, the goalkeeper for Hansa Rostock. This is Geertz just dropping deep here to try and feed the ball forward for the ever-dangerous Uaim. As I say that though, just a bit of a missed kick from him as he tried to play the ball in field, and the defender there just charged down, and in the end the attacker just a little bit too physical there, Haider, as he tried to close in on the deflected ball towards the box. And there the travelling fans for Hansa Rostock, they've turned out in their droves once again to follow the team on the road. As Haider can't quite keep that ball in. As we've got off to a pretty quick and open start here in this game. Very promising opening 5 minutes here. As you see, Dini trying to break forward down the right-hand side. I'll be looking for width provided by him after missing Engel to that broken leg. And suddenly Alschweder here has a bit of space. Now perhaps a chance for a shot here coming in from Suku. Blocked at the edge of the box. Now back in by Alschweder. And that's a nice take for Kuhn. As I said, has been promoted into the starting 11. Probably for the last couple of games, I would imagine, by Daniel Thioune. And he'll be grateful to get his hands on that ball in, just to settle any nerves he might have. As we see an offside flag raised there. It's Osnabrück. And you can see they're trying to press from the front. Hansa Rostock just trying to keep the ball in midfield, and a bit of a lazy pass there. Almost letting in Haider. Got him interested at least. The ball broke for Hansa Rostock. As Taffetshofer trying to win the ball back again. Now out to Agu. And I would imagine that both sides pretty happy with how they've settled into the match already. 6 minutes have flown by. As the ball just out of play there. Breyer unable to hold the ball up on the wing, and that allows Agu to take the throw in here. It's an enormous throw as well. It's away by Öztürk. There's a really good battle going on in the centre of midfield when the ball is in that area. There's Vanovic, tries to break forward down the left here, going on the overlap. Suku just changing wings with Biancardi for a while, by the looks of it. As there's a lovely ball through here. Really big chance for Alvarez, and is he completely taken out there? Well, Husing was the man back, and it's a clean tackle, says the referee. Let's have another look. It's a great recovery. If it is a clean tackle, it's a wonderful challenge by Husing, a man who's been linked with sides higher up the league pyramid in Germany. He has been one of the top defenders in this league this season, and showing it there, getting back really well against Alvarez, who looked as though he was away. through on goal from almost the halfway line. But what a tackle from Husing. Well, a really great start to this game then, as it looked as though Osnabrück were going to open the scoring there for all the world. A last-ditch challenge from the captain. Well, that got the punters excited at the Bremer Brücke. As there's a poor crossfield ball there out towards Alschweder, who is playing high up on the right wing. In this back five, by the looks of it, I think that Bischoff playing deep in the back line to allow them to pass out from the back. As you see that Öztürk just nodding the ball out of play. Bit of miscommunication as we see this cracking challenge once again from Husing. A real risk being taken. He had to take it though, as Alvarez was closing in on the penalty area, and you'd have backed him to score all the way. He wasn't even allowed to get the shot away. As again, there's a stoppage, and that looks like a bit of a painful one, as it's Haider who is down. Oh, wow, you can see there as he lifts up his shorts that he has been caught hard. The Hansa Rostock players Pepic and Öztürk come across just to make sure he's okay. It was Öztürk who came in with the aerial challenge, and you can see just dragging his studs there down the thigh of Haider. Not the greatest challenge in the world. You can see the shake of the head there from Haider, unhappy with it. As we tick over 10 minutes played. And the ball sportingly passed back to the keeper Gilios by Osnabrück. As this game really has potential after this opening 10 minutes. No goals so far, but certainly plenty of good attacking. Here's one here. Goodness me. Great defending again there to deny the goal. Superb run by Alschweder. A lovely ball through to him, breaking the offside trap, and then having the presence of mind to try and feed the ball in towards Breyer. It's a superb bit of defending to get it out at the back stick, as the corner comes to nothing for Hansa Rostock. But we've seen two great passes from midfield into attacking players at either end. So now the ball, a long one, in towards the edge of the box, and Suku, but he's dealt with by two Osnabrück defenders. It looks as though Konrad and Sujac have got the upper hand at the moment on Suku. Of course, they've got to deal with Breyer and Biancadi as well for Hansa Rostock. As Bischoff looks to play this deep free kick in here. In it comes, and it's a decent ball in. Not finding any white shirts though for Hansa Rostock. And the ball allowed to drift out of play by the home side. So Kuhn only in for his third appearance of the season. Daniel Thun saying he deserves his chance. Nothing wrong with the performances, of course, of Körber this season at all. But I think Daniel Thun just giving him the opportunity at the end of the season here. As there's a free kick in the centre of the field here, given away there by Riedel. And it's taken quickly, trying to catch out Hansa Rostock. And the ball does end up in the back of the net, but it's an offside decision given there by the officials. Very clever to take that free kick so quickly, but just catching the attacker's offside there. As the ball now is played out quickly towards Husing, whose tackle on Alvarez certainly the highlight of the game so far. As is Ouaim, just trying to trick his way towards the penalty area, and he's managed to find the ball out to the right-hand side as well. Can they find delivery from wide areas? More great trickery, the ball in here, and it's finally dealt with by Husing. Crucial that he managed to get something on that. It's half cleared here. Ouaim now trying to get the shot in, and it's blocked. Wow, Osnabrück just starting to really find their footing here, you get the feeling. They're pressing for the opening goal. As they're appealing for handball there, I think, Ouaim. And, well, his arms were high above his head, but the referee deciding that it was a fair one. It was rather blasted at him from close range, you'd have to agree. Surely that ball is not in the quadrant from the corner. Well, it looks as though they've got away with it there, and it's going direct for goal. Well, that would have been controversial had that ended up in the back of the net. It wasn't right in the corner, as Alvarez just trying his luck from the corner and almost finding the far post as well. Superb effort, but cleared off the line by Hansa Rostock, and they're under real pressure here, and Osnabrück are away again down the right-hand side. The ball, it's got to be the opener. No, I don't believe it. How has he missed that, Alvarez? He stopped the ball rather than just playing it into the empty net with his left foot. An incredible let-off on 15 minutes for Hansa Rostock, and they fly up the other end here. Well, what a miss that is. Well, unbelievable stuff. You'd have backed Alvarez again there to open the scoring. As the ball is played in towards him by Geert, it's on a silver plate for him. The goalkeeper's out of the picture, and he just touches it straight back, but this was much better from Alvarez. That attempted direct shot from the corner and off the post there, as Osnabrück so close twice there through Alvarez to going ahead. Well, you'd have to say that the champions deserve to have their noses in front here, and how they haven't, only Alvarez will know. As this man Husing has had a lot to do, and skews his attempted long ball down the right-hand side out of play. As here's another look at that block from him, and well, the more you look at it, the more you think it's got to be a penalty. Maybe an unnatural movement there with the left arm. Well, what do you think? I'm siding more towards penalty, having seen it now for a third time, in fairness to the referee. It all happened in the blink of an eye. As there's a bit of a slip here from Osnabrück. It was Conrad just caught in possession in the end, and a chance maybe for Hansa Rostock. And now the shot does come in, and it's beaten away by Kuhn. Great little hit there from Pipic, and he really got behind that one. Another opportunity in this game after 17 minutes. Unbelievably, it remains 0-0. It's a great save. Long ball out from Kuhn. He'll be very happy with his performance so far. He's been in charge of his defence, kept control of the penalty area. Now he's got himself a nice little save for the cameras under his belt as well. As Husing just going down as the challenge came in from Alvarez. They're having a right ding-dong battle up there, those two. Alvarez will be so frustrated he hasn't got at least one goal in this game. Fluffing his lines, especially for the second chance. The first chance snuffed out by a great challenge from Husing. So at the moment, Hansa Rostock's passing just a little bit astray. And Biancardi there will be disappointed he didn't nip in and take the ball away from Osnabrück. As here's Tafetshofer. Simple ball out towards the left-hand side for Sujac. Now Alvarez cutting inside on his right foot. He wants to get a goal. He slips it through instead, and it's in the back of the net. Is there an offside flag? There isn't. And it's a wonderful little goal from Geert there, 20 minutes in. And it's superb play from Alvarez. It looked as though he was going to pull the trigger himself. Instead, a nice through pass for the run of Geert, and he made no mistake, getting his 8th of the season. And 1-0 to the champions against Hansa Rostock. It has been coming, as there's a disguised pass. There's no offside. Husing has just dropped in, playing him on. And Geert makes no mistake. Well, it all comes from a little bit of a slip there from Bischoff. Might have been able to get out and attack Alvarez if it weren't for that. But that is a great little ball. And from there, he has the presence of mind just to slip it under the goalkeeper, taking on the immediate shot rather than taking a touch. Lovely goal. And 1-0 Osnabrück, fully deserved here. As now let's see what Hansa Rostock are made of. They would have wanted to put pressure on the teams in behind them in the league and keep that 5th spot. But at the moment, it's giving hope to the rest of the league, as there's a long ball in towards Agu there. Just drifting in from left back. As there's a heavy tackle coming in there from Tafetshofer. Just a little talking to by the referee, nothing too serious. And we see Daniel Thioun will be delighted that his team haven't over-celebrated this week, having picked up the championship last week. And they've stayed focused. They'll be hoping to keep this winning run going. With only 2 games remaining after this. They'll be looking to get into double figures for that winning run. Hansa Rostock of late have been pretty difficult to beat. Only 1 loss in their last 10, as they've improved as the season has gone on. As Alschwieder tried to play in the first time. Oh, it was a tricky one for him, just coming over his shoulder. And in the end, playing it out for a goal kick for Osnabrück. As we're midway through the first half. And the story is that Osnabrück had been pushing and finally made the breakthrough on 20 minutes through Geert. A lovely goal set up by Alvarez. And that all coming after Alvarez missed a golden opportunity about 5 minutes before it to get the opener. One of the misses of the season, probably, from him. But in the end, he'll say it doesn't matter, as he set up geared for that goal for 1-0. That's just a little bit of pressure there on Kuhn. Managed to clear it away with the attacker in his face. This is Öztürk trying to find some space out on the right-hand side. Husing it is on the right wing. Crossing immediately and away by Taffetshofer. Now Alschweder coming in field, trying to get on the end of that little dinked ball over the top. More good defending from Osnabrück. Not taking their eye off the ball here at all. As Alvarez drops back there to help out in defence, and he's brought down by Alschweder. And another verbal warning for the player from the referee. And you can see why that. Alvarez was trying to turn away. Now it's Suku trying to create something. Chance came to nothing though for Hansa Rostock. Now Biancardi. And Öztürk finding Biancardi on the half turn. And he couldn't quite clip the ball through there for Suku. As we're now 25 minutes into this encounter at the Bremer Brücke. It's been excellent entertainment, really open game. And we're being treated to a fine performance from the Dritte Liga champions. Home side thoroughly deserving of their 1-0 lead. There's a long ball over the top here, and Kuhn again taking control of his penalty area. Good communication with Sušac. Launches it clear. Zagul might have a little bit of defending to do here with Biancardi, who gets it to Suku. Suku takes on the strike. And unbelievable, what a goal that is as well. 1-1. Dear oh dear. A drive right into the corner on 26 minutes, his 10th for the season. He's into double figures, Suku. And, well, the ball bouncing back out of the goal. But certainly that was right in the bottom corner of the net from just outside the box. It's just set up here for him by Biancardi. He turns inside, he knows exactly what he's doing. And that has beaten Kuhn. All ends up. Well, almost out of nothing there, Hansa Rostock getting the leveller at 1-1. Took them 6 minutes to get back on level terms. So they reacted well. Let's see what Osnabrück will do now, as they want to go back ahead here. And this is a fine start to the weekend, I have to say. Friday night football. Osnabrück, Hansa Rostock, 1-1 after 26 minutes. And it's been really entertaining stuff. High quality play, good chances created. As this last warning, I think, for Alschweder. As there's a lovely little ball here. And it just couldn't quite be taken into the run of Haider. So two lovely goals, quite different goals as well. As I'm saying that, Osnabrück and Alvarez trying to dart into the box here. Lovely back heel. And Haider trying to feed it in, and that's a corner. As Osnabrück's goal by Geert, more down to great play from Alvarez, a lovely ball through to him. The Suku one, the equaliser for Hansa Rostock. What about the placement and power on the drive into the bottom corner? So Alvarez across then to take the corner, and again it's outside of the quadrant. Referee looking straight at it. Perhaps it's the perspective that we have here. As it's played in towards the near post, Öztürk away. And maybe there's a foot race on here. Zuaim just with the little shove into the back there. And a free kick, just taking the tactical foul there. Uaim, who is full of tricks and lovely little passes through. Can run games on his day, particularly at this level. As Hansa Rostock have got their tails up here, having got the goal for 1-1. 3 minutes since that was driven in by Suku. Mari just coming out from the back line to spray the ball forward. That's what he's in the team for, to do just that. Now the ball delivered into the corner. And there should be easy pickings really here for Aydini. Bischoff now getting the ball back to his keeper Gelios. So half an hour played, and it's been wonderful stuff. 1-1 Osnabrück, Hansa Rostock. You've missed 2 goals of the highest quality if you haven't been keeping up with the action here. From Geert and Suku, as this is the Hansa Rostock goal scorer. And not the greatest cross in the world there from him, not the same control as he got on his shot 10 minutes ago. As here is the leveller, just shifting the ball and driving it right into the corner. Lovely, lovely goal. Wouldn't really say it was a deserved leveller on the balance of play from Hansa Rostock. It did pretty much come out of nothing. But Jens Hertel and his team will not care about that at all. As Heiser there, just taking a trip into the subs bench there as he tried to keep the ball in. At least he was successful at doing that. Should be able to carry on without any problems. As play is waved on there by the referee. And the ball looking for Geert here. And he's just run offside, the striker. Well, they've got a very fluid attack with Alvarez and Geert probably playing the furthest forward, supported by Haider and Uahim. Hansa Rostock just forced to go back to Gelios here. Now Husing, who has been excellent so far in this game from defence. And the offside flag, that's an easy one for the referee's assistant. Biancardi, a couple of yards off, I would say. The travelling fans cheering on their team at 1-1. And of course, a rousing atmosphere around the rest of the stadium as the Osnabrück fans can celebrate their champions. As there's a potential attack coming here, but it's just knocked on the head there. There's a heavy challenge coming in from Öztürk, and the referee allowing that one as well, keeping the game flowing, which it has done from the first whistle. Very high-paced game. Two teams committed to attacking. And here's another one for Hansa Rostock. Out towards the left-hand side here. Can they get a decent ball in? They do. And it was an uncomfortable one for Kuhn there to get the ball wide of the goal. He couldn't take it with both hands. And he had Suku closing in on him as well. But he did well to deal with that cross-come shot. Hansa Rostock really making a game of this now. And the flick on, and away by Agu. Yes, Alschweder just measuring the ball in here towards Biancardi. Just got away from the attacker though. Now Pipic looking to create something in the corner, but it's Osnabrück who come away with the ball. And, well, a little pull of the shirt there from Husing on Alvarez. As we've got 10 minutes to go before half-time. Can't imagine we'll have too much time added on at the end of this first half. As I said, it has been flowing. Daniel Thun will be a little bit disappointed his team couldn't build on that 1-0 lead. And they got in the 20th minute through Geert. Lead only lasting 6 minutes as Suku got the level up. As the ball is helped on down the left-hand side here. Conrad across to deal with it. And he launches it clear down the right-hand side. It's really well taken there by Geert, and he's won himself the free kick there as Öztürk had no chance of getting contact on the ball there. Just taking a tumble. Benjamin Geert, and a chance here for Osnabrück to play the ball into the box from this wide area. It's just floated in, away by Alschweder. And Alschweder will go on a little run here to try and pressure Kuhn, who was not affected at all by the right back running towards him. So Haim plays the simple ball into Taffertshofer. Also, we're quite happy just to play it around in midfield before going long through Kuhn. That's such a quick turn there from Uaim. Superbly done by him, and he's kept the ball as well in a really tight area. As now this is Blacher. Just trying to come forward. Alvarez with the hold-up play here, but he's lost out in the end to Pipic. Now the ball drilled forward, and pace there being shown by Suku. And this is a good attack building just infield, and the goalkeeper coming to the rescue there as Pipic tried to get on the end of it, and he's collided here as well with the attacker. And Kuhn will be hoping that he can continue. He won't want to end his appearance here, his third of the season, early doors. I think he's going to be okay to continue, though. Well, Hansa Rostock trying to end this first half as the dominant team. When it was made 1-0 by Geert, it looked as though Osnabrück were going to go on and comfortably win this, but it's been turned on its head by that Suku equaliser. Now here's Biancardi pulling the trigger and blocked. And now a chance for the counter here, led by Ouahim, and he's given it straight to Husing. A couple of groans around the stadium as that ball was played. And Agu there has got the fans cheering again with an excellent little tackle there. Agu again. Getting in with the challenge on Pipic. So we're almost into the final 5 minutes of the first half. As it's flicked on here by Öztürk. And Osnabrück can't get rid of the ball here. Just been pinned back for a while by Hansa Rostock. I don't think the fans will be too worried though, as the championship's already been secured by the home team. But they want to continue that winning run, as I mentioned. 7 wins on the trot for Daniel Thioun's side. Gilios, under no pressure, can pass the ball out to Husing. Just trying to play it up towards Suku, who has been a real danger with his pace and power. As Biancardi now takes over in midfield. This is Riedel trying to break forward, the back heel for Pipic. Biancardi with the turn, and a fair challenge there coming in from Taffetshofer. Now Öztürk carrying the ball through midfield and trying to drive it down the channel here. And again, Kuhn saw the early danger. Alert just to run out towards the edge of the box and claim it. And it'll be interesting to see what Daniel Thioun does here. If the score remains 1-1 going in at half-time, will he make changes? Will he want a little bit more urgency from his team, which has been lacking since that equaliser went in on 26 minutes? Hansa Rostock rather taking command of this game away from home. They've done very, very well to work their way back into it. As the opening 25 minutes certainly belong to the home team. So you probably have to say that going in at the break, all square, would be a pretty much fair reflection of the game. Although Osnabrück having the better chances for sure, especially that incredible miss from Alvarez on 15 minutes. ball just breaking for Blacker there, and he can't find Ouahim. It's just caught on his heels slightly. Now Haider, bit of space for him here. Now Blacker trying to just run his way into the penalty area there. It was just blocked off, and it's a lovely take at the other end here. Chance of Biancardi, and he's placed it right in the corner, and Hansa Rostock are ahead. 2 minutes before half-time. Well, what a quick break that was. One long ball up the field, as Biancardi, just like Suku, also into double figures for the season. Well, he had a lot to do as the ball was played up to him. Thought he was just going to hold it up and wait for his teammates to come to it. Suku spies him and drives the ball up towards him. It's a lovely take in the first instance. And he plays it around the defender, and he beats Kuhn with ease there. Sujac was the man caught out by the turn from Biancardi, and as he was in on goal, he placed the ball right where the keeper couldn't get it. It's the coolest of finishes, and those away fans are celebrating as their team are 2-1 to the good here at the champions. Rather looking to rain on the parade here. As bad news though for Hansa Rostock. Bischoff is booked. He's the first booking of the game. As Hansa Rostock here will be looking to defend this set piece and go in with the lead at the break. It will surely be amongst the last action of the first period. What a bit of miscommunication there. Alvarez in the end taking the free kick, trying to just put it over the top, but far too much on it, and an easy take for Gelios. As this has been a really dramatic game of football. Certainly exactly what we were hoping for. As Hansa Rostock deservedly ahead, you'd have to say, in the end. After a dodgy opening 25 minutes, they really took control of the game after Suku's level up from Geert's goal on 20. And then a superb goal from Biancardi. We have seen 3 brilliant goals in their execution in this first half. And it's been a cracking start to the weekend's action. Hope you have enjoyed it so far. As I think the referee about to blow the whistle here. 1 minute of time added on was announced. And Daniel Thioune, well, he's got a big half-time ahead of him here to re-motivate the players. And for Jens Hertel, he will want more of the same. Is he going to get it, though? Can his team keep this up after getting back into the game, turning it around and going in 2-1 up at half-time at the champions? Well, join us in about 15 minutes or so to find out what happens in this fascinating game of football.
So, und auf diesen Durchgang 2 freuen wir uns natürlich auch, Peter. Hansa Rostock hat also kurz vor Ende dieser ersten Halbzeit das 2:1 erzielt. Warum geht diese Führung für die Gäste total in Ordnung?
Ja, weil sie insgesamt sich jetzt viel besser ins Spiel eingefunden haben. Am Anfang haben sie etwas Probleme gehabt, haben dann den Ausgleich, und mit dem Ausgleichstor haben sie auch das Spiel übernommen, und Osnabrück ist einfach zu passiv im Abwehrverhalten, und das nutzt Hansa.
Welcome back to the second half between champions Osnabrück and Hansa Rostock in the Dritte Liga. There's a bit of a surprise in the offing here as the away side have got the lead coming into this second half. Was a great first half's action, really entertaining. As Osnabrück, unsurprisingly at the time, took the lead after a dominant opening 20 minutes or so, missing a couple of chances before Geert opened the scoring. A really good goal there as well, set up by Alvarez, who had missed an open goal just minutes before. But the clever little player finding Geert with a nice through ball, and he finished calmly for 1-0. But then Hansa Rostock, who looked as though they were going to concede a second, suddenly broke upfield, and through Suku managed to grab the leveller at 1-1 only 6 minutes later. A lovely drive into the bottom corner from him from just outside the box. And then there was even better news for the away side just before half-time, as Biancardi scored an excellent goal. The ball played up to him. He bamboozled the defender Sujac, was in on goal, and beat Kuhn, the goalkeeper, with ease. So 3 lovely goals. Great play in general in this game. It's got to be said, the 45 minutes in the first half absolutely flew by, and it looks as though we're going to see more of the same here as Ouahim just goes down. Now the break out towards the right-hand side, and the ball played straight into the arms there of Gilios from Aidini. Well, Hansa Rostock would have been pleased with that end result there of the miscued cross, after what looked to be a very promising break indeed from the home side, who are, of course, celebrating winning the championship after they picked up a win on the road against Energie Cottbus last week. But maybe there are a couple of hangovers here. I mentioned earlier on, it didn't seem as though they'd over-celebrated. But Hansa Rostock did take control of the first half after a shaky start. But maybe Osnabrück can get back into this, as that's a really dangerous ball in. And again, it's Husing who is the man to deal with that threat. We saw him in the first half with some supreme defending, especially one challenge on Alvarez when it looked as though he was going to open the scoring early in this game. He's been absolutely dominant at the back, a real rock for them. And it's a corner then for the home team. This is where they do a lot of good work, actually. A set-piece delivery. Blacher is the man to take it, just moving the advertising hoarding there to get a more of a run up. And it's easily headed away at the near post area by Hansa Rostock. Played straight back in again. It looks a little bit more urgent from Osnabrück, I think. Perhaps Daniel Thioune not very happy with his team that they let that lead slip. Great comeback though from Hansa Rostock, in fairness, as there's a player down early doors here. Doesn't look too good at all. So it looks as though Aidini is the man in trouble here. And well, they're already got a player out on the sidelines ready to replace him. I think it's Tigges. And we'll see if that is the plan to replace Aidini, who is really struggling to his feet there. And I don't think he's going to be able to continue at all. Let's see if there are any signals from the physios. Well, indeed, he is being subbed here. And Stefan Tigges coming on. So an attacking change then from Thioune. They want to show their fans what they can do here in this second half, as Blacher takes the Next corner, and it's off the line. Now back in again and over the bar on the follow-up, but what a chance that was for Osnabrück to get level at 2-2. More last-ditch defending from Hansa Rostock. It's all hands to the pump for them at the moment here. Let's have a look at it. It's a wonderful block on the line. And then on the follow-up, well over the bar. So it does look as though we're going to see more of the same. 5 minutes into this second half here. As Osnabrück have settled into this second half really quickly. I think it was Haider who had the effort that was off the line. As Jens Hertel will be looking to cause an upset here. Of course, his team, as I said earlier, they want to keep 5th place. As here come his team, perhaps looking to get more of a cushion here. The shot got away there by Pipic. Well wide of the target in the end, though. A lovely ball through to him. Perhaps could have kept his composure and tried to find one of his teammates in the box there rather than going for the direct strike. Well, a very, very good start to the second half between these two. A really open game. That's what we like to see. There's another collision there over on that far side. The referee straight over to check on the players here. And it's the Hansa player, I think it's Öztürk, who has really felt the brunt of that one. It's Tigges, who just came on as sub for Osnabrück, who was the other player involved. And he's a big old unit, Tigges. Let's have a look here as it's Öztürk who got the leap on him. And dear oh dear, a clash of heads, and well, thumbs up there from the Hansa Rostock physio. And I think Öztürk's going to be okay to continue here. Yeah, he looks fine. A magic sponge, and he should be back up and running. So a couple of stoppages at the start of this second half, but the football has been flowing despite that, as Öztürk returns to the pitch. And can Osnabrück turn this game around, as Hansa Rostock did in the first half, and get their 8th win in a row? That's what they're aiming for. As is Pipic, blasts in the ball from long range, and Biancardi over the bar when it looked easier to score. Well, just lacking the composure he showed in the first half with the goal to make it 2-1. But what an effort from Pipic, just absolutely hammering it from distance. And the goalkeeper, Kuhn, didn't really know how to deal with it, swerving all over the place. He just punches it clear straight to Biancardi, and he lashed it over the bar. Didn't get his body over the ball at all there. Poor technique. Oh, well, this game really completely open, could go either way. Really exciting to watch, as there's no real predicting how this game is going to pan out with 35 minutes remaining. Hansa Rostock certainly don't look as though they're resting on their laurels and just defending their lead. Very much looks as though they think that they could build up a 2-goal cushion. Osnabrück, of course, have this excellent home record, the best home record in the league. Only losing 2 here. And 1 draw. Winning the remaining 14. As they're under more pressure here. Pibic with the layoff. And the deflected effort there right into the hands of Kuhn. Well, dear oh dear. Hansa Rostock creating the chances now after that early pressure in the second half from the home team. Oh, this has been really cracking stuff here in the Dritte Liga in Germany. The champions at home, and Hansa Rostock going toe-to-toe with them as they look to end the season on a high. Suku around the corner, then the low ball in, and it's just behind everyone, although this player arriving, Vanovic, he didn't catch hold of the shot at all, and he's really annoyed with himself as the chances are falling thick and fast here. At the moment, it's the team in white who are absolutely dominant in midfield and creating the chances. Oh, this is quite an incredible performance from the away side. How often do you see that, though, that the best team in the league, they're crowned champions, and then just seem to lose a little bit of focus in the last couple of games. It has been a long, hard season for Osnabrück, but they won't want to let this slip. It's a cheeky little kick away there from Suku, looking to just delay the taking of that free kick. And that's his 5th yellow. That means he's going to miss the next game for his team. It's a silly, silly move from Suku. Absolutely no need for it. And you can see, I think he's realised the consequences of his actions there. Absolutely stupid. Well, he's going to be a big miss for Hansa Rostock. Well, there might be financial consequences for him as well, as he will probably receive a fine from his club, as there's a chance here for 3-1. And for the second time in this match, a massive, massive miss. Well, goodness me. Hansa Rostock could easily be 3-1 ahead here. It's on a plate, surely. And over the bar by Breyer. You would have put your house on him to score from there. Well, it looked so much easier to score than to fire it over the bar, but that's where it ended up. As Hansa Rostock really well on top here, coming up towards the hour mark. And the more chances they miss, the more it's likely, surely, that Osnabrück are going to get their way back into this game. As here they come flying forward. Lovely ball up the wing here. And the ball there quicker than the attacker and defender. Haida just not quite quick enough. He was putting everything into getting on that ball. And Thune does not look happy at all with his team. For the match, I heard that he was looking to win the rest of the matches in the remaining season as well, to try and get their winning run into double figures. Determined to do so. At the moment, his team just rocking. They're on the ropes here. There's Hansa Rostock again, finding Suku out wide. And then the offside flag raised there against the overlapping fullback Alschweder. Long ball up the field here. It's allowed to bounce, but Bischoff gets it away, or half away at least. Now Uain, what can he create? Gets it out to Agu, who had a really decent opening 25 minutes, but rather faded. And he's just run out of it there in the end as Hansa Rostock continue here to impress. We saw some clinical finishing in the first half for the 3 goals. We also saw some horrible finishing, and it's been pretty much the same story in this second half. Wasted opportunities, particularly for Hansa Rostock, to make it 3-1. As Biancardi and Breyer missing golden opportunities. Here is Biancardi. We also saw that horrific miss from Alvarez as well in the opening 15 minutes. But the quality of the goals has more than made up for those misses, in my opinion. Geert with the first, and then the comeback from Hansa Rostock, led by Suku and Biancardi. Now who's it, just clipping it downfield to the outside of his boot there. Should be easily dealt with by the Osnabrück defence here. Indeed, Kuhn gets it well clear. Jens Hirtel, you can see on the sidelines there, the Hansa Rostock coach pacing his technical area, living the game. As the ball is clipped through here, chance maybe for Geert, and he's found Haider here. Can they find space for the shot? It's out to Tigges, and he does get the shot in, and it's blocked once again by Husing. Unbelievable performance from the Rostock centre-back. As much as the game at the moment is being won by Biancardi and Suku, it's these crucial blocks from Husing which is giving them a platform to go forward, as we see rather a wrestling move there from Pipic on Agu. I think referee might reach for the yellow card here. No, just a warning for Pipic. 2 yellows so far for Bischoff and Suku of Hansa Rostock. As far for the home team. Osnabrück here. 64 minutes played. We need to up their accuracy in passing. It's something they haven't really struggled with throughout the rest of the season. But in this game, it's not quite clicked for them. Opening 20 minutes or so, certainly it did, but they've gone off the boil. Azuain just flicking the ball up, looking to find the ball through here towards Haider. They want a penalty, and the referee is pointing at the ball that it was played. Another cracking tackle from Husing. Haider looked as though he was just about to place the ball in the net, and across comes the captain. Oh, it's been a gigantic performance from him. Really putting himself in the shop window, I would have to suggest. Surely clubs higher up the pyramid than the 3rd league are looking at him with great interest. Tigges, bit of a heavy touch there, still managed to get the ball in, and guess who? Husing was the man who got it away. He's been an absolute magnet for the ball in this game. Always seems to be so well positioned. He did get a bit caught out by Alvarez in the first 15 minutes, but his recovery tackle was textbook. And now he's getting these blocks in at critical times for his team. Uaim looking for Haider there. And a corner given. Well, in fact, no corner given by the looks of it. Should have been. Well, Haider wasn't very happy with the decision. And I can understand why. Let's have a look here as the ball is just over the top towards him. And surely. Well, strange decision there from the officials. They've been right on top of this game. Other than that, as that's a ball over the top, looking for the run there of Biancardi, just blocked off by the defender. And the pace of Biancardi and Suku are causing Osnabrück all kinds of problems as they break forward. And of course, that's dangerous, as Osnabrück will surely leave gaps at the back, as Tigges here looks to find a gap in the in the Hansa defence, but doesn't really manage to. Does get the corner though, as Uaim just stayed down, but he's ready to continue, just limping away though. Just trying to get there ahead of Riedel, was just caught by the defender. As Blacher it is with the delivery here. Great atmosphere, as you can hear, all around the ground. Both sets of fans really enjoying this game as we tick over into the last quarter. That's a flat delivery, unfortunately, from Blacher. Can Osnabrück find the ball back in here though? No, as Bischoff gets the up and under away. As it's the home team's turn now to try and turn the screw. Try and eke their way back into the game. Amagu. Throw down the line towards Haider. Somehow managed to get the ball in, and he was fouled as he did so. And it looks as though there's going to be a yellow here for Vanenvech. Well, he's not happy. I think he's more frustrated with himself, to be honest, rather than the decision against him. Just a bit of a tug there on the attacker. They were looking for an advantage, first of all, the officials. There was none. Maybe Alvarez can deliver a deadly ball into the box here. 69 minutes on the clock. And it's a great ball in as well, and just missed at the far stick there by the attacker, flying in. Well, dear, oh dear, drove in a beauty there, Alvarez. It's Agu, I think, in the end, who had the effort, but it was the player flying in who had the real chance, just couldn't quite get there. Osnabrück really, really going for it now. They found their rhythm again, it would seem. As they're first to the second ball now. Next goal is going to be absolutely crucial in this game. If it's Osnabrück who can get it, you'd back them to get another and win the game. But if it's Hansa Rostock who make it 3-1, you'd think with that cushion they can see out the game and take the win themselves. I do think there are going to be more goals in this game, as both teams absolutely flying forward whenever they have the chance. It would appear as if Pfeiffer is going to come on anytime soon for Osnabrück. There he is, ready to go. And Hansa Rostock as well, also making a change. it looks as though it's going to be Haider who's withdrawn for the home side. And Rieble is coming on for Hansa Rostock. So a defensive change then for Hansa. So Pfeiffer, possibly even more attacking than Haider. Let's see if he can make an effect on this game. As it's Bischoff who's been withdrawn for Rieble, so rather than more of a playmaker at the back, like a libero, as Bischoff has been playing, it's going to be a out-and-out centre-back. So just less than 20 minutes to play. And Rieble will have to be on his guard here immediately as the ball is thrown in by Agu. The ball come across. Pfeiffer with the ball. As there's a chance here for Alvarez. It's blocked. He made space for the shot superbly. Hansa Rostock have kept the ball excellently there. It looked as though they were going to lose it. Now the ball is delivered by Öztürk out towards Biancardi. Can't quite get around the defender, but they've still kept it here, Hansa Rostock, and then that's a poor piece of play. Offside by Alschweder. Biancardi not happy with himself. He thought he could get around the defender. It's just nudged away from him. Uaim looking for more trickery from him, Osnabrück, to try and unlock this Hansa Rostock defence as it's hurries back to the keeper, Gilios. He's excellent with the ball at his feet. Pfeiffer just dropping deep there to pick up possession, get it back to Uhaim. Agu with the deep ball in, lovely one as well, but no one there for Osnabrück. So Pfeiffer just made the near post run. Well, they really are knocking on the door now, Osnabrück. Can Hansa Rostock hold on here? They will need more of that cracking defending that we've seen so far from their main man, Husing, who's been giving an absolute masterclass in defending. As it's over 15,000 here packed in to the Bremer Brücke, celebrating the title win for Osnabrück, but at the moment they're seeing their team lose here. It would only be the third loss of the season at home if it were to stay this way. I think that they could accept that, though. They won't be too worried with the third league already in the bag. Promotion to the Zweite Liga. So a little bit more patience here now from Osnabrück. Passing has been snappier. Although that was a loose one. Agu unable just to keep it in play. 15 minutes remaining here. Could be a big 15 minutes as well. goals so far in this second half. Zagu doing really well there at right back to get the ball away, and he wants the throw in. I think he should have it as well. Instead it goes the way of Hansa Rostock. So one change remaining then for Daniel Thun and Osnabrück. Only one change made so far by Jens Hertel. Another long throw from Agu. He's been providing those all evening long. Suku again, just indulging in the dark arts a little bit there. He's going to have to watch it. He's on a yellow after kicking the ball away earlier. He had a point, though, that the throw-in was taken from the wrong place, but the ref playing on. As Alvarez, they're just trying the Marseille turn against Pepic. And looking for the ball towards Biancardi. He's managed to get there as well, and that's a corner. Well, Hansa Rostock, they're really doing well to get it, but it has sent Biancardi crashing into the advertising hoardings behind the goal, and I think that was a heavy blow for him as he was rushing in, but he's back to his feet here. Well, he's the man so far who is winning this match. As there we see, just slipped as he was on his way towards the edge of the field there, but he looks okay. 12 minutes to go, and his goal in the 44th is the one that has Hansa Rostock ahead here. Adding to the leveller from Suku after the scoring was opened by Geert of Osnabrück. An excellent comeback from Hansa Rostock, but they're under pressure here. Now Blacher, long ball upfield towards Pfeiffer. He's looking for the free kick. Not enough in it though for the referee's liking. Breyer unable to hold up the ball. And interestingly, despite his team leading here, we haven't seen too much from him. Long throw again from Agu into the box here towards Pfeiffer, and he's leaning in on the defender there despite his protestations. Now Hansa Rostock just trying to slow down the game here. You can see taking their time with these free kicks. Professional away performance so far from them. Gilius finally gets us back underway here. Now Susac coming out from defence into midfield. Finding Blacher here. He's under pressure from Biancardi. As that's a bit of a loose ball from Osnabrück. Just sending Conrad backwards there to retrieve the ball. Well, it looks as though Jens Hertel wants to make a change, but Osnabrück getting on with the game really quickly, so he couldn't. And they're on the attack here. Next ball towards the box here. It's headed in, and, well, the goalkeeper perfectly placed there just to grab the ball. Gelios. Was an athletic attempt there from Benjamin Geertz. Well, the ball just nodded back to him by Agu, and he's just going for a little instinctive volley there. Would have been a lovely goal had it come off, but it was right into the midriff of the goalkeeper in the end. And that was a golden opportunity for 2-2, as here come Hansa Rostock with the change. And it's going to be Breyer, who I mentioned a couple of minutes ago. We haven't seen too much from him, and he's got a shiny white shirt. I think that pretty much shows how much he's been involved, especially in this second half. And he's going to be replaced by Hilsner. So it looks as though he's going to be joining the attack, Hilsner. Fresh legs up front. And he'll be hoping that an opportunity will drop his way to finish off Osnabrück here, as we're getting towards the real final phase of the game now. Just over 7 minutes to play, and they should fly by, going by how time has flown so far. And, well, some frustration here from Osnabrück. Blacher absolutely losing it with the referee, as he was complaining it should have been their throw in. It's his 8th of the season. Blacher, very competitive little player in midfield. And he's still having words here with Jens Hertel. Wanted the free kick by the looks of it, and then expected the throw in at least, and just throwing his toys out the pram there slightly. Blacher, you'd have to say, and a deserved yellow card. First for Osnabrück. Here is Alvarez. What's he going to produce here? You know, he's going to try and pull off a 1-2 with Agu. Didn't quite come to fruition. As there's going to be a change for both sides again. Here it looks as though Pulido is going to come on for the home side. And Kai Bulo just to use his professionalism and experience for Hansa Rostock. Try and keep the ball with about 5 minutes to go. It's a free kick here. It is central, but it's a long, long way out. That's going to have to be an absolutely awesome free kick if he's going to score from here, as Osnabrück take the opportunity then to bring off Sušac and bring on Pulido. And it's going to be Biancari who is withdrawn for Hansa Rostock. His goal just before half-time. Here it is, meaning it's 2-1. And he'll be really happy with his evening's work if his team can take 3 points on the road here at the Champions. As on comes Buildup. The ball is played in. It's not a direct free kick. Buildup already just showing the way forward for his team for the remaining 4 minutes. As Osnabrück now is down. He's been in the wars, the midfielder in this game. Been very involved in it as well. And he's going down again. It looks as though Gilios is signalling he needs to come off, and I think that Osnabrück have the feeling that this is a little bit of time wasting going on from their opponents. As the physio is waved on. Well, they don't have any subs remaining now. Hansa Rostock having brought on Buildup. I think Geert's just having a chat with the ref just to put his point across that he thinks there's a little bit of time wasting going on here. Jens Hertel will not care out those accusations at all if his team can hang on to this. Might have to play the remaining 3 minutes here, down to 10 men enforced, if this injury to Öztürk is as bad as it looks. Or is he just playing for time? Well, I think he is rather struggling, Öztürk, with that knee injury. Badly timed after it just occurred a minute after Buildup came on the field as the final sub. Well, he's really struggling. Well, the stretcher is finally brought on for him. Eating up time here, but of course it will be added on at the end of the 90 minutes. Gilios, I think they're just saying to his players around him that they need to concentrate and focus and see out the remaining time here, and they're going to have to do it with only 10 men. It's going to be backs to the wall here, you have a feeling, and that does look nasty for Öztürk. That could be a season ender for the Hansa Rostock midfielder. It'd be a real shame for him. Well, after a couple of minutes break there, looks as though we're good to continue here, with Hansa Rostock still leading, but down to 10 after they've used all their subs, and Öztürk just going off with a heavy-looking injury. Let's see if they can see this out as we're into the final minute of the 90. Well, they're going to have to need heroes out there. They've had one in Husing. Is he going to be called into action again, the centre-back? The captain is Kai Buildup. Going to have an effect on this game, having just come on. Well, there he is to challenge Blacher. Now Alvarez looking up and delivering the ball towards Pfeiffer, just ahead of the big striker. Hansa Rostock trying to come forward, and it was Hisling who went down, and he's now injured. So 5 minutes of time added on. A roar goes up around the stadium as that's announced, as that's got to be a free kick right on the edge of the D here. Well, Hansa Rostock are furious that play went on, despite the player being down in the centre circle. Hilsner is really struggling. He came on as a sub not long ago. And I don't think he's putting it on either. He did look rather uncomfortable as he twisted going down. Well, they won't want him to go off. They'll be down to 9 men. But he looks in real pain. I think he wants to carry on for the good of the team. As Blacher is just going across to chat with the referee after he lost it a couple of minutes ago in her direction. And perhaps also asking if this time will be added on at the end of this match here, as he's really, really struggling, Hilsner. Dear, dear me. This is going to be tough for Hansa Rostock. It's the Osnabrück physios helping out there, with the physios for out of the game, as the free kick really disappointing from Alvarez. They needed that at least on target to force the keeper into action, way over the bar. And despite setting up the goal for Osnabrück, it's not really been his game, having missed that open goal on 15 minutes. He's been trying with all his might to drag Osnabrück back into this, but his finishing has not been what we've seen throughout the season. Here he is again. And towards Geertz there, but has fired away from the striker. There's minimum 2.5 minutes remaining of time added on here. Well, he's having a discussion with the referee here, just being told to calm down. Well, 3 minutes into time added on. Osnabrück, the champions. Looks as though their winning run is going to come to an end here. A sensational 7-game winning run which has wrapped up the championship, but in the game after they won it, it looks as though they're going to lose here at home. Tigges firing it in and getting way too much on it. Well, their final ball has been really poor in this second half. Daniel Thune will not be a happy man at all. He wanted to go to the end of the season with that winning run. Hansa Rostock, though, making a real statement here, coming towards the weekend's action, that they want to hold on to that 5th spot. Putting now the pressure on the teams following them. As we're into the final minute of time added on, which was signalled, but of course we had that injury for Hilsner. Hilsner is on there helping out. You can see he's limping around. He's got to be, as his team are down to 10 because of the injury to Öztürk after they'd made all their subs, and that's another poor ball from Osnabrück. Well, Hansa Rostock are almost over the line here for what would be a terrific 3 points for them away at the champions. And well, he's really, really in trouble. He's stayed on, though, to battle and at least be an extra body on the pitch. Might not be the most mobile at the moment, Hilsner, but he is helping out just by being there. As he flicks the ball on there. Not sure he really appreciated the ball being played towards him, as buildup just tries to head the ball in his direction as well. Here he is, Hilsner, and it's almost turned into a great little ball from him as well. Well, it's typical, isn't it? When you get an injury, suddenly you're a magnet for the ball. And that's how it's been for the sub. As the full-time whistle is blown there, and Osnabrück's 7-game winning run is over as Hansa Rostock have picked up a brilliant 2-1 away win. All the goals coming in the first half, as it was a comeback victory for Hansa Rostock, with Geert scoring first for the home side. But then Suku and Biancardi scored, Biancardi right before half-time. As Hansa Rostock, I would say, have deserved that 3 points. Osnabrück just not quite on it today, having picked up the championship last week. And Hansa Rostock look good for 5th spot. So thank you very much then for joining us for that coverage of the Dritte Liga. Of course, we've got more of the action coming up for you as well. Enjoy the rest of the weekend, and from me, it is goodbye.
Die Dritte Liga live bei Magenta Sport. Präsentiert von bwin.